Hey everyone, my name is Gio. I'm recording myself to further track my progress in the FocusAcne.com program. I want to start off a little bit with my history to give you guys a better idea of what I've done to treat my skin, the experiences I've gone through, and uh, how hard it was for me. I'm 22 right now, and my skin problems started when I was 15. I was a freshman in high school, and I remember because I remember being in one of my classes, and I asked my friends, you is my skin red? Because it felt warm and it felt flushed. And he said, yeah, it is pretty red. And I didn't know back then, but what I soon came to realize was I had an onset of rosacea. That was my first skin problem. And within that first year, not only did my rosacea become worse, I started to get persistent acne. Um, so yeah, I mean that year was hard for me because starting high school, a new school, new people. You should be excited about that, but I really wasn't after a while because my skin was just so bad. So that was when I was about 15, and from 15 to about 21, with everything that I did to treat myself, it's pretty much a blur. It's kind of like I don't want to even remember it, but I do remember certain things which I want to tell you now. I use lots of different things. Uh, I've gone through different over-the-counter medications, stuff you can get at Duane Reade or Rite Aid. That didn't do anything. Um, I went to general practitioners, I went to dermatologists. They all prescribed me things such as antibiotics, topical antibiotics. That didn't work. Actually, those treatment modalities made my skin problems worse. I even prescribed myself Accutane. I went on the internet and I ordered Accutane off some online pharmacy, which was pretty silly of me. But what I went through, and probably what lots of you have gone through, was this feeling of desperation where I would try anything and everything I can get my hands on just to see if it would work in making my skin better. And don't get me wrong, some things worked temporarily um, and partially, um, but never anything that made me satisfied with my skin. I mean, for instance, I took antibiotics and my acne cleared up perfectly during that first 1 month of taking, I think it was tetracycline. Um, but my rosacea didn't get better from the antibiotics. And once I stopped the antibiotics, my skin got way worse. So for the last 6 or so years, it's been ups and downs with trying so many different things and even being very strict about it. Even when I would fly places, I would make sure I'd have all my, acne medications. I would even put it on during the plane rides or whatnot, because I just wanted it gone. I would do anything. I remember telling myself I'd give every dollar in my bank account just to, get rid of my skin problems, because it really hurt me mentally, not only physically but mentally especially, and it's not something anyone should have to go through. So from 15 to about 21 years of age, I was dealing with lots of these problems, and not until I was 21 did I figure out the truth, which I will talk about in, you know, my next video or future videos. Um, but for now, I just want to focus on the fact that acne sucks. I mean, yeah, cancer is bad, but acne is up there in my mind. I mean, acne and rosacea and skin problems, just, it's horrible. What the people who are on it go through mentally is far beyond what others can really understand unless they've had it themselves. And it definitely causes desperation, which is not a good thing, because what I've realized is with all those different medications I was applying to myself, whether it be consumed orally or topically, in the end it was just making things worse. So it really was a vicious cycle what I went through during my high school and college years. And I guess the main reason I'm broadcasting myself now is to make sure not everyone has to go through the same things I went through as far as skin issues. And hopefully by relaying my message, others will figure out the truth like I did and are able to actually cure their skin problems. That might seem a little far-fetched at this point, but with my upcoming videos, hopefully I'll start to be able to convince you, because really I've figured out the cure thanks to the help of many others, but for me and myself, I figured it out. And all those treatments I went through in the past is exactly what it is. It is a thing of the past. I don't try to think about too much, because it's really a depressing subject. Now I'm more happy, which is good. And I still deal with some problems, which I'll also talk about. But I guess the main point of this video is to let you know that I know what you are going through now. I might have even had it worse than you. Maybe you've had it worse than me, but I can definitely relate to what you're going through. And it sucks.